This radio show might make you cry, will probably make you angry, will most assuredly make you laugh, and is guaranteed to make you think. 3-6 Nation Radio, where no topic is too hot, no take is too cold, with Monica Livingston and Sean Parker. 3-6 Nation Radio, in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, shucks. What's going on? I'm Monica D. Livingston from 3-6 Nation Radio, here with my trusted, my main man, Sean, the boys in the building.
Parker. Hey everybody, I'm Sean Parker. Whenever I want some good food,
You gonna do the commercial?
oh,
break?
no, it's not time. No, it's not time for the commercial. Hi everybody, how you doing?
What's going on?
Welcome to 3-6 Nation Radio,
What we got today?
the most funnest place
I'm
on
a little,
earth.
discombobulated. Remember we had
Henry Discombobulating
Bobulating
Jones.
Jones
That's
on
my
there.
boy.
We've
Absolutely.
got our first in studio live performer.
Awesome.
One of my students, Tyree, is in the building. He's got a song that he wrote for his mother. It's a very touching rap song. He's going to perform that live
very
on the
nice.
stage. So that's good. And we're starting to do that each and every week. We're going to, have live performances. I already have someone lined up for next week. So we're ahead of the game. Believe that.
That is
that's,
awesome.
That's new for us, too, to be a week
I know,
ahead.
right? To be a
Like,
week ahead, normally
Makes
it's
me a
just,
little uncomfortable, actually. Makes me a little uncomfortable to be that prepared.
We're like in the moment. We're that clutch team that always plays better when we're down 21 in the fourth quarter.
I love how you describe our mess up here.
Yes.
I love that. What else we've got? We've got Waris Majid in the building. He is a community activist. My brother from another mother. He does amazing things in the community. And as Sean and I always said, the reason that we did this show was to be an extension of the community, give different organizations and artists an opportunity to express themselves and what's going on. And we're talking about good things that are happening in our city. So often we hear all the bad stuff. And so this is your show. We just sit up here each and every week. So I'm excited to see all of the wonderful things that Waris is going to talk about. And then we've got our standard stuff. What
We
else?
have
We've got-
our staples, 3-6 Nation News, 3-6 Nation Sports. We may have some calendar items. I don't know.
we
but,
might. I might
hey,
do a prank
we
call.
Might do a
if
prank
we have
call.
time.
Might try to make somebody laugh. I don't
The
know.
slave prank call last week I thought was hilarious, but some people didn't think so.
There
but-
have been like 3 times on this show where I have literally almost fallen out of this chair, and last week was one of those times.
So quick recap. I did a prank call last week where I called this moving company, said that the guy, I changed my voice, said that the guy needed black people only to move his father, that his dad may use the word colored at times, asked if that would offend them. The guy was like, I get that he's old, so okay. But then I finish it off with saying, this
asked them
one
if
thing I
they'll-
want to know is
they'll
if you guys
dress
can
like
dress
slaves.
like slaves. And he was like, oh, hell no, we're not going to be able to do that. That's not, all right. So it was funny. You
He
can
did
check
take
out,
that a lot better than I thought he was
did.
going
I thought
to.
he was going to go
Right.
off. But, I did say that it was going to be a big tip and the money was
Right.
right. So we don't know. But you can listen to last week's show. It's up on YouTube also if you want to hear that prank calls toward the end. So what we going to get into?
We've
News?
got our our first commercial, the
Yep, we'll do our
Crystal
first
City
commercial.
Sports Pub commercial that I started to do before. But we'll let the recorded version of me do that, and then we'll
Yes.
get into 3-6 Nation News.
We'll be right back.
It's Sean Parker here, and whenever I want some good food in nice-sized portions, not bird-sized food, but big boy portions, I look no further than the Crystal City Sports Pub. Now, if you just stayed on the original first story of the restaurant, you'd be more than happy with the pool tables and the aforementioned good food, but then they went and added a grand second story with, check this out, 6 37-inch LCDs, 2 8-foot projection screen TVs, and a 10-foot projection screen TV, and as a cherry on the top, a state-of-the-art sound booth. They're open 365 days a year, and they are waiting for you. The Crystal City Sports Pub, 529 23rd Street South in Arlington, Virginia. Call them at 703-521-8215 or visit them on the web at ccsportspub.com. 3-6 Nation News. the DMV's #1 source for the hot topics and current news of the day.
#1 source. Numero uno. All right, 3-6 Nation News, brought to you by the absurdity that is called life.
What you got for me? I know you got
All
something.
right,
Give me the first
starting
one.
out.
What are you looking at, butthead?
What are you looking at, butthead? And what exactly do I mean by that? Well, apparently, if someone is looking at this part of your body, they don't like you in that way.
Okay. This is
So
good. This
apparently
is
there's
information.
yes, information. We're being informative today.
Yeah, we need to know this.
There's apparently a very simple way to tell if someone is into you or not, according to a new study. Researchers at Wellesley College and the University of Kansas did a joint study and found that if a man looks at a woman's face, they don't like a woman in a romantic way.
Really?
When they look at the chest or hip region, that means that they had hearts in their eyes.
Y'all terrible.
And you thought eye contact was the most important thing. The research was intended to figure out how to tell if someone thought a person was attractive. So if someone is looking at your face, they still might like you, just not possibly in a sexual way. And yeah, we are like that. We tend to gravitate toward those areas that are exaggerated, that are shown off sometimes. And I am not going to lie. I'm guilty of doing that.
You better be less
You know,
guilty
what,
these
what,
days,
what,
bro.
did, what did Jerry Seinfeld say that one time when Elaine said, "I thought you were a leg man"? He was like, "Legs? I've got legs," you know. So
Look at the
yes,
stuff you don't have.
So yes, we do that. The question that I
What's
have
the question?
for you and for other women,
Yeah.
do you
might
all
not
look
be
at
able
the
to
same?
answer
Well,
this
you
question.
might not be. Daggone it. As soon as I started to ask it, I was like, well, maybe Monica might not be the best
Little
source.
gay humor here.
But-
That's all.
But
better
okay,
ask
do you
somebody else.
think
Yes.
that women do the same thing with men
Oh yeah.
in terms of checking out the nether regions?
Oh yeah, I think they do. I think this really isn't I think it's about the type of person that you are. I don't really think it is, you can't just split it right down the middle and say men do this and women do this. But I think if you're that type of person that turns you on and that's your thing, then regardless of your gender, you're going to gravitate towards that. But yeah, women all the time, they check out guys. They want see their abs and, if there's a bulge. I mean, they do that, so of course. But,
All right.
it ain't really my thing. But, I like to make eye contact always. What I'm interested in is the brain only.
We'll see if that answer changes on the Uncensored podcast. All right. What have
Chill
you
out.
got for story number one?
So there was a couple that saw a home on Craigslist. They paid 2 months rent,
This can't be good.
moved into this house.
Okay.
The lady who owned the house was selling the house.
Mm-hmm.
She drives by to say bye to her house for the last time because she has a buyer. And she's taking a picture and she sees a car in the driveway. So she's like, all the work is done. It's not the contractor's car. Who is this? She rings the doorbell. The lady's like, what are you doing in my house? The other lady answers the door. She says, we live here. My husband and I and 3 kids. And she was like, how are you going to live in my house? You don't live here. And I have someone buying the house. And so there's this big debate about what happens. She cannot be put out. She cannot be evicted because there's a squatter law. This is in Atlanta, Georgia. There's a squatter law. So she paid 3 months rent to some guy on the internet. I mean, where's that? You big dummy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, see, I got to
Yeah, she saw the ad. Big dummy, big dummy. So on the internet, she rented a house, sent a deposit, 3 months rent. I think the total of it was $3,500 a month. So she, sent over $9,000 to someone anonymously, and now she doesn't have a place to stay. They're going to be evicted, but she thinks that she should work with the homeowner. The homeowner says, "Hey, I want you out immediately," but there's just been this whole big thing. So my question, Sean, is do you think that the lady who paid the rent has a right, if you had your home and you walked in and you're getting ready to sell your house and make money,
Right.
and some people are living there and they were able to produce documents, a lease and all that, What do you think? Should she be put out?
Well, something like that happened in this area a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And so the person that is in that house, they actually have the right to stay there
Yeah.
because they signed an agreement in good faith.
Right.
And that's the key. They signed the agreement in good faith. There was actually a real estate agent in this area that actually falsified ownership records. She falsified paperwork, went to the county office.
Is this in Maryland?
Yes.
Fort Washington?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. They
Filed
did
a deed. She actually had the deed for the house, the legal deed that she got using fraudulent documents, and she was renting houses out doing that
Wow.
and pocketing all of the rent.
Yeah, that was on Washington Post did a
And also, I
big-
think they did a story on 2020 about that. That
dang.
that became a big
Did she
national
go
story.
to jail?
Yes, she did. And
Her and
you know,
Martha Stewart.
since we both have our little sports backgrounds,
Right.
something like that actually happened in sports too. They did a 30 for 30 special called Big Shot. A guy actually he actually got the legal deed and title to the New York Islanders. He had fraudulent documents.
I've seen just about every.
He had fraudulent
30.
documents that enabled him. The purchase price was $160 million. He used fake paperwork to get an $80 million loan from Fleet Bank in Boston
Dang.
to put up. And the only thing that tripped him up, he needed to have like $17 million at the table
Right.
in order to finish the transaction. He didn't have it, but the owner was so eager to sell the team. He was like, you know what? I'm going to sign it over to you, and we'll put you on a payment plan. He owed like the other $80 million, so they put him on a payment plan for like $17 million
He
in
put the
5
team
more
on
installments.
layaway?
He did, and he actually had the deed for the team.
Layaway.
Went owner's box. He's sitting up there, ladies and gentlemen, the new owner of the New York Islanders, John Spano. Yeah, and
I
then
ain't know you could lay away a team.
watch
We better
that.
get look everybody
watch
in the
that
building. We're
30
gonna
for
get us a
30.
team at the end of the day.
Watch that 30 for 30. You will be fascinated. It's
Okay.
called Big Shot.
I didn't see that one. I've seen almost all 30 for
Yes,
30.
that
so.
was a good one. But yeah, fraudulent things, people get caught up. It's
Well,
unfortunate.
I'ma
But
tell you
those
this.
people, they should get to stay in the house.
If I catch somebody in my house, I'm gonna help them pack, and they getting out immediately, and that's it. And I feel bad for them. I do feel bad for this family. I would try to use some of my connections and resources to help them set up someplace else. But you can't stay there and mess up my money. That's all. Is that
Right.
that's terrible?
No, it's not.
This is what it is. What you got next?
All right. What do I have next? Well, again,
you told me about
we're
this. I'm
being
excited about this.
informative again. So you know me with the music. All right.
Ah,
Yeah. What makes a woman wifey material?
Oh, shucks.
According to men. A banging body, a girl who can eat, a super down chick who can hang with the guys might be several responses you receive when asking men to describe their ideal girlfriend.
right.
But when you tweak, the name of this song is Wifey. So
I
that's
get
why
it. I get
Big
it.
Deck.
It's just amazing
All right.
how you do that.
But when you tweak the subject of the conversation to ask what they look for in a potential wife, things go beyond surface level. Turns out when it's time to talk about the person you want to spend your life with, instead of who you want to spend tonight with, well, it gets a little more real in a good way. The values shift from cool and slightly superficial to something with more depth and substance. So the writer looked to some of their male friends to find out what they consider to be wifey material. One guy said, motivated and independent pushes me to be better. When I'm with her, I want to be the best me and make her happy along the way. Another guy said, what makes a girl wifey material is sharing similar interests, able to conversate on deep topics, knowing I can go to her with anything, and enjoying every moment with her, knowing I can do this for the rest of my life. Trustworthy. You never want the jealousy thing to linger and get stronger.
Sure,
Always make
sure.
sure you have a developed trust between one another. Family oriented. No two people come from the same family. You have to learn to work with both sides of the family, figure out on your own what works. And one other guy said, I consider a girl to be wifey material if she would make a good mommy. Most important thing wifey and I will do is raise a family. So to upgrade from girlfriend to wifey, she's got to make a great mommy. And finally, someone you want to go to a concert with, travel with, do the dishes, take naps with, raise a family with, and tackle life when things get tough, and sex. Great sex. That's what the other guy said. So what do you consider to be good wifey material?
Oh, hell no. You ain't gonna get me caught up in here.
No,
Listen,
see, you wouldn't answer my other
I'll be
question. You
damned.
gonna answer this one.
Nah, look
You
here.
gonna answer this one.
Jacob, we can ready to go to a commercial. Here's what my first question is. Obviously, this study was done at a different time than the previous study.
That is correct.
Yeah, so you've got one study saying people just look at this, and you got another study
yet-
talking about white.
Right.
Okay, we need
So
to
there
do a
are
combined
redeemable society. There are.
I already told you what I look
segments
for.
of society that are redeemable.
the brain.
You look for the brain.
Ding again. That's it. That's the safe. You
And
better
then-
answer the
and
same.
then some-
That's the safe answer, man. Don't get caught up.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I have
We're
to.
live,
I
don't
got to
do that.
answer like that now.
Okay, yeah, you know the situation
like,
didn't change, boy.
I might have somebody watching, so I gotta. Yeah, I have to be careful.
Somebody's watching me. All right, listen. I'm gonna skip my second story because I'm gonna try to keep us on track. We've got
goodness.
live guests here. We've got a bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna skip my story.
I tell you
You'll
what,
hear it at the end.
Do we want to do? You want to go ahead and knock sports out? Sports in a minute, so we can just flow right into
Sure, you go
what we
right
need to
for
do.
it.
All right, well, let's knock sports in a
love
minute
it.
out.
I love sports in a minute. Listen to this guy.
A Jordan Morris goal in the 88th minute helped lead the U.S. men's soccer team to the CONCACAF Gold Cup title yesterday. The 22-year-old fired home the game winner to break a 1-1 tie, leading the Americans to a 2-1 victory over Jamaica in Santa Clara, California. Michael Bradley earned the Golden Ball as the best player of the tournament. This is the 6th Gold Cup title for the U.S., one short of Mexico's 7. The Minnesota Vikings formally placed quarterback Teddy Bridgewater on the active physically unable to perform list Wednesday, increasing the chance that the former starter might spend the entire season on the PUP list. He is recovering from a torn ACL and dislocated knee suffered last August. And French soccer giant Paris Saint-Germain is in talks to sign Brazilian superstar Neymar of FC Barcelona. A provisional contract is on the table for 5 years and a record-breaking 220 million euros or $257.4 million.
Ooh,
That is Sports in a Minute. I am S to the PZ.
You did that. You did that. I like that. Listen, we will be right back with our community spotlight with Waris Majid right after this break. Jacob, let's do Positive Coaching Alliance and Crystal City Sports Pub.
36 Nation Radio.
Come on, hustle, 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 hustle. Get your head in the game. Come on.
Are you setting the right example for your kids?
Are you even trying? The ball's down there. What are you doing? You need to get some confidence.
Come on, hustle up, get up there.
Reviewing last year, ad revenue has declined 15%.
Come on, get your head on straight.
Before your child's next game, ask yourself, how would you like it if they copied your behavior?
There are many ways which we can improve.
That's for sure. You need to get some confidence.
Positive Coaching Alliance has valuable tips and tools to help our kids perform their best while keeping sports enjoyable for everyone. Their development zone is a great resource for parents like us. Positive Coaching Alliance, creating better athletes, better people. Learn more at positivecoach.org/Fox Sports.
Sean Parker here, and whenever I want some good food in nice-sized portions, not bird-sized food, but big boy portions, I look no further than the Crystal City Sports Pub. Now, if you just stayed on the original first story of the restaurant, you'd be more than happy with the pool tables and the aforementioned good food, but then they went and added a grand second story with, check this out, 6 37-inch LCDs, 2 8-foot projection screen TVs, and a 10-foot projection screen TV, and as a cherry on the top, a state-of-the-art sound booth. They're open 365 days a year, and they are waiting for you. The Crystal City Sports Pub, 529 23rd Street South in Arlington, Virginia. Call them at 703-521-8215 or visit them on the web at ccsportspub.com.
Welcome back, 36 Nation Radio. We are here right now. That's our community spotlight segment, and I am sitting with my
Community spotlight. Ha, 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 ha. Here we go. One time.
Okay, we're gonna leave the rap into our
Yes.
Tyree in a little bit. We're gonna leave the rap into that. So we are here joined today with us is Waris Majid. And Waris is born and raised here in Washington, D.C. Definitely has a pulse for the community, is a strong advocate for underprivileged and underserved residents. He's developed numerous programs to address the issues surrounding economic growth, financial literacy, career preparation. And Mr. Majid used his resilient spirit to overcome a troubled background, including substance abuse and multiple criminal infractions. And it goes on and on about all the things that he has accomplished and done, but I'd like to talk to the man himself, so he's sitting here with us. So 3-6 Nation, put your hands together for Waris Majid. Yeah, the people that listen are clapping. You just can't hear them because
Yeah,
they
I don't have an applause track, so I got to get
we'll
one.
work on that. What's going on,
Waris,
Waris?
welcome to the show.
I'm here. You know, my mother always told me this face was made for radio anyway.
Well, you have arrived, brother. You have arrived.
See, she didn't know everything. We got a live stream, as you can see, so
I
people
know,
seeing you also, right? So, you've got so much going on. Like we're gonna catch up even after the show here today. But tell me 3 of the top things you've got going on right now in the city, or things that you want to pop. And I'm limited to 3 because you got 15. I know.
It's cool. The first one is sleep. I just want to sleep.
Oh, come on.
Number
You
2.
never do that.
I know, right? Ever, right? So I started my nonprofit. Well, I actually took over a nonprofit last year in February. It's called Yay Me. We work with young people all through the city.
And Jacob's gonna yell at me if you don't talk into the
Into the mic,
Yeah,
okay.
right into
I'm
the
into the
mic.
mic. I'm into
Okay.
the mic, bro. I'm into the mic. So Yay Me, we working with young people from 5 all the way up to like 24 years of age. Man, we doing summer camps. I'm rocking my Yay Me summer camp shirt
Yay
right
Me.
now. So we working with young people all over the city, man. Just trying to pour into them, just showing what positive role models look like, and just show them that with resilience and grit, you can just overcome anything. So that's like my baby. Of course, I have my for-profit, so I have my CBE cleaning company. So I'm real big on hiring returning citizens, just kind of give them another chance to kind of make some things happen. Of course, that puts a little bit of change in my pocket, so that never hurts,
Right.
as well.
Gotta eat.
I actually just kind of got into this mental health thing where we
Right.
just kind of realized and trying to make it stop being so taboo, especially in our communities. You know what I mean? I tell people all the time, you know what I mean? Have you ever been to the hospital before to see your
Right.
doctor? They say yes. I say, you ever been to the dentist before? They say yes. I say, have you ever seen anybody for your mental health? And everybody's hands
Right.
just go down.
Yep.
So we real big on that, just trying to let everybody know me. We all got mental health issues, all of us.
Yeah, you gonna do that on my show?
All you got to
You
do is
gonna
listen
reach
to
out
this show
and touch
every
me
week,
like
and
that?
you'll know. Yeah.
So yeah, those are like the main 3 things that I'm doing right now. Just trying to be big, faith, family, and finances.
Okay.
So that's
Hey,
really
I like that. I like that.
So what's the biggest challenge that you have juggling everything?
Well, to be honest with you, it's not really juggling. It's just that. So especially with like Yay Me, all my businesses, they always intersect in the community. So the biggest thing is just apathy, right? And just trying to deal with that in these communities, man. And that's what really wears me down. It's more than anything. It's just trying to pour into these communities and giving your all, and then you just face so many challenges. And sometimes you want to throw your hands up, but you're like, you know what, I can't do it.
What do you think is going to take to get people charged up and excited and involved in the community? Because I've seen that apathy too. It's
Definitely.
not just in DC. It's in the
Right.
entire area
Right.
and other areas of the country as well.
The whole United States, man. But to be honest with you, it's you. It's me. No disrespect to the sisters, man, but it's more brothers kind of just standing up and just getting up every day, going to work. You know what I mean? Saying a kind word, man. Doing the extra. You know what I mean? That's really what it's all about, man. And just understanding, man. Faith, family, finances,
And
man.
actually getting to the point where the kind word, that's not the extra.
Right.
That should be the norm.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we're surprised by that, but it should absolutely be the norm. So let me ask you a question. So you do a lot of stuff in the community with young black men. I want you to brag a little bit about what's going on with our young black men. We hear, if we turn on the news, we hear a lot of times one thing. If we read some research in an education report, we hear another thing. So share with our listeners some successes and what's truly going on and the plans to continue that.
Man, listen, our brothers are out here doing what they're supposed to do. We highlight all of this garbage, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then we just feed into this stuff. I'm working with young people every day that want it. I mean, working with young people, young fathers, men taking care of their own kids. I mean, brothers coming in the community. I mean, I'm working with a group called the Brothers Huddle, just guys just coming together, going to every community, not because it's a shooting, not because it's some drama or beef, just going and pouring love into the community. And as long as we keep doing that, I'm telling you, we actually are winning out here. But the thing is everybody thinks that we're losing. So these young brothers who don't have the guidance and don't have enough to wear the foresight to see this, to see these leaders, to see these strong brothers out here, they fall by the wayside. But trust me, even in DC, there are more positive brothers in this city than there are these couple of little bad apples, man, who get all the press.
Talk about your struggle. I think it's so important for people to be able to see themselves in a person. I think, that when you can see a superstar, you want to be one, and if they look like you, it even helps make it, that dream even more reality. So, in your bio, we talked about your substance abuse and you had some run-ins with the law. Talk about those specifically, especially some of the young people that may be listening, because we've got, one of my students, a young guy on, they may be listening, and talk to them for a second.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, it's no stranger, man. Look, I had one best friend growing up. His name was Marijuana, and, that was just my man, I couldn't.
That's my man right there.
But I mean, it got to a point where, it just took me away from, I always thought that I was talented. My mother always said that, you know what I mean? But it's just that, being a get-wit is just something that most teenagers do. Most people in their early 20s, that's just something that you do. It's your environment, right? It's your circle.
Right.
So, I mean, these are things I just had to, these are challenges I had to overcome. You know what I mean? Just getting caught up into the system. But like I tell people all the time, my past is the best thing that ever happened to me, because it has me present right now, and my future look bright. So I just feel good about that.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? So it's every challenge that I've ever had, it makes me be able to actually empathize with these guys and be able to talk to these parents and talk to these young people and tell them, like, listen, if I can do it, you can do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel good about that. You know what I mean? And I tell them all the time, I mean, like small stuff. Like I see guys all the time, man, I'm gonna drop out of school. Man, drop out of school. Don't drop out of education though.
Right, I hear
and
you.
So these are the things that I learned about. You know what I mean? I never dropped out of education. I always want to make myself sharp.
Right.
So if you're around me, you have to be sharp. Iron sharp,
Iron
right?
sharp. That's right.
And that's kind of the way it is, man. So I mean, I've been through some crazy stuff, Monica. A lot of this stuff, man. I've been through some crazy stuff, but it's all been a blessing because my friends, my family, those individuals that I touch on a regular basis, they see me and they know, like, this brother is actually spitting something real.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's been through the trenches. He understands what's going on.
Right.
So it just becomes, I mean, it's just beautiful. I mean, I just love it.
So listen, I know you've got, like, in your head, what this looks like, what it needs to look like. So I'm going to ask you a question. If you could snap your fingers, money was not an option at all. Talk to me, walk me through what your program looks like. Like, where are we? What's the building? What's in it? Like, what's happening? Who works there? Like, let's just, like, we hit the lottery. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, okay. I'm got chill bumps just now. Thinking about that, right? DC government, y'all listening? But I mean, it's all about.
I
exposure.
said the lottery. They try to pretend like they broke, right? Right?
But it's about that exposure. So my programs, I really want to be able to build them up, and that's why God blessed me with the cleaning company. Because a lot of times, and Monica, this, we spend our own money so many times. But I want to be able to expose young people to everything. Like, my kids have to be in everything. I want to be able to take them places, speak different languages,
right?
Be with different cultures. I mean, the exposure is what our community
that's key.
is losing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And with that, man, I'll take it to the whole level.
Yeah, the exposure levels the playing field.
Absolutely.
It absolutely levels the playing
Because
field.
what I've noticed over the years is that there are some people that think that ignorance is cool. That it's just cool to not know anything. It's cool not to have been anywhere. It's all about their hood and that's it.
Yep.
And it's absolutely right that they, to be the most well-rounded person you can be, you've got to experience a lot of stuff. You got to step out of the box.
Yep. I mean,
so what's next? Like, how can people get in touch with you? What's getting ready to come up? I know you're finishing summer programming, right? So what are you looking to do in, the fall, or is it run by school year, or?
So like I said, with this mental health thing, it's going to really take everything that we're doing to another level. It's going to give us the type of capital that's necessary to make those dreams come true that we were just talking about. We're rocking all year round. A lot of the communities that I'm at, you know what I mean, from Fort DuPont, Starter Terrace, Leroy Park, you know, right down the street, Potomac Gardens, the Southwest community, all
in there.
Road,
You
River
in
Terrace.
there. You doing
We
it.
out there, you know, we really trying to get out there. We venturing over into Prince George's County now.
Okay.
So, I mean, the main thing is we just got to keep it moving. And honestly, it is a movement. And even though, you know, I realized a long time ago, a couple years ago, really, that you can do well and do good at the same time, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do both. I want to do well and I want to do good,
Right.
and I want to be that example. I want all the youngins and everybody who sees me moving can see that this brother can be out here, help his community, but still eat good.
Exactly.
And that's really what it's about. So we rocking all year round.
You
from
know, I'm
after-school
trying
programs,
to
the
trying to
whole thing.
eat with you,
You
bro.
already know,
You know what I'm
sister.
saying? You know how we do.
right.
So
Yeah,
we're gonna be
yeah.
talking soon as
Nobody
this show.
busier than this, sister,
Hey,
right?
yeah,
Ain't
I
that the
try to
truth?
keep it moving. I try to do a whole
amazing.
bunch of stuff. I want to spend this last. Sean, do you have another question? Because
No, go
Okay.
right ahead. Go right ahead.
I want to say thank you. Like, literally, thank you for what you do. It is a pleasure to know you, to even call you a friend. But I know that, you know, it gets hard. But to know that there are guys out here like you that are helping our young guys it makes me literally sleep better at night. And so hats off to you. Tell the people how they can get more information about your programs. If it's social media, your website, phone number, so they can get at you to get involved, to donate, to volunteer, or to enroll a young person in one of Maurice's programs. How would they
Absolutely.
do that?
So check us out. It's www.yayme.org. I'm sure you're going to post it up. It's Yay,
Yep.
YAAYME, Yay Me. So it's like celebrating yourself. www.yayme.org. Definitely check us out. Of course, I know I'm supposed to be all on social media. I'm a little bit of a dinosaur representing the 70s babies, you know. But I'm going to get on that social media. But please definitely check us out. We in all the communities. If you want us to come to your community, just reach out to me. I will be there. If the money isn't there to set up a program, I will find it. Trust me. We'll find a way.
DMV, let's support this brother.
Absolutely.
Maurice Majid.
All right. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for coming on.
That's our community spotlight. We'll be right back with our live. We'll be right back.
It's Sean Parker here, and whenever I want some good food in nice-sized portions, not bird-sized food, but big boy portions, I look no further than the Crystal City Sports Pub. Now, if you just stayed on the original first story of the restaurant, you'd be more than happy with the pool tables and the aforementioned good food, but then they went and added a grand second story with, check this out, 6 37-inch LCDs, 2 8-foot projection screen TVs, and a 10-foot projection screen TV, and as a cherry on the top, a state-of-the-art sound booth. They're open 365 days a year, and they are waiting for you. The Crystal City Sports Pub, 529 23rd Street South in Arlington, Virginia. Call them at 703-521-8215 or visit them on the web at ccsportspub.com.
Come on, hustle, 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 hustle. Get your head in the game. Come on.
Are you setting the right example for your kids?
Are you even trying? The ball's down there. What are you doing? You need to get some confidence.
Come on, hustle up, get up there.
Reviewing last year, ad revenue has declined 15%.
Come on, get your head on straight.
Before your child's next game, ask yourself, how would you like it if they copied your behavior?
There are many ways which we can improve.
That's for sure. You need to get some confidence.
Positive Coaching Alliance has valuable tips and tools to help our kids perform their best while keeping sports enjoyable for everyone. Their development zone is a great resource for parents like us. Positive Coaching Alliance, creating better athletes, better people. Learn more at positivecoach.org/foxsports.
Radio,
It's
we
a
are
double
back.
dip. A double dip of community spotlight.
Never done this, right?
That's right.
Like, with somebody right
Not
after the
one,
other.
but two in-studio
This
guests.
show is the best. Listen, we are joined right now by Tyree Taylor. He is our artist in the building today. We're going to
Yes.
talk to him, and then he's actually going to perform. He is a rapper, young guy here from the DMV. Tyree, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate
Tyree,
you
welcome
taking
to the show.
time.
He's better than me already. We know that.
But yeah, you and I rapping earlier. That
Right, that
was
wasn't-
a
nah,
hot,
that wasn't
hot
cool
mess. What
at all.
did you think? Did you hear Sean and I?
Y'all was doing something. I put something together.
Oh, that's nice. You're
together.
very, very kind. That was a hot mess, and you know it, but that's okay. So, when did you start rapping?
I mean, I've been rapping since elementary. I've been playing with it since like 4th grade, just rapping, freestyling in the shower or something.
He
I
said
ain't-
4th grade. I feel
like,
old
nah,
as a
I ain't started writing music until it was like the summer of going to 6th grade. I was like 12. I did it for like a punishment. I was over my uncle's house. I had to do it for punishment. And
What do you
'cause,
mean for punishment? Do
like-
tell. Explain.
Like I don't know. What
Talking
I
to the
did.
mic. I want people to
I
miss
don't know
this.
what I did, but it was a punishment, and I had to go to my uncle's house. And my cousin, he played basketball. I couldn't go to his game, and I
Okay.
had to stay home and write a song. I ain't know nothing about music. I ain't even like music for real.
What
I
was
just
that
had to
for?
do
Do you
it.
remember what that first song was about? I don't want to
copied the
be
song.
punished.
No, I
don't
copied
wanna
the song.
be
I ain't even do it right. I copied the song from somewhere that I thought he wouldn't know, but he knew because I'm not from New York. It was a New York song.
Okay.
I'm not from New York. But when I first started liking it, it was to a Drake beat, and I just started writing music.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm 16.
Oh, okay. So
Wow.
4th grade wasn't even that long ago for real. For
No,
real.
not real. Not real. Let me ask you a question. Because I've always wanted to ask somebody that writes music, when you sit down to write a song, I mean, how do you have it like in your head already, and it's just a matter of just writing it down, or do
Nah.
you
Good question.
sit down? How does that thought process work?
See, I don't know how anybody else do it, but I know when I do it, it depends on what I'm feeling like. Like sometimes it could be like a tornado in my head, and I could just every word that's in my head just write it on paper. Like sometimes I freestyle then write it, or like I could just give a topic and then write about the topic. It do different things every time.
See, you can tell that he's creative. A
Oh, I know. He's
tornado
in
in
tornado
his head.
head. I was like,
I mean,
yes,
I instantly was able to visualize that.
It
I was like, no, he didn't. I hear you. Okay.
And I think he was nervous about this before he got on here.
Yeah, I know. He
He's a
seems
natural.
real nervous, right? So the song that you're gonna perform today, and he wanted 2 songs. People, I said if we have enough time, we'll give him one so that he rep with his boys. But the song that he's actually gonna perform today, you wrote for.
My mother.
Okay, and talk to us a little bit about why and what when did you write the song and.
I wrote the song like a month or 2 before Mother's Day. Mother's Day was her birthday this year.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, her birthday gonna fall on Mother's Day. So I was like, I might as well do something.
Right.
Ain't do nothing else. So wrote her a song, put it together.
Oh,
She
he's
like it.
sweet too, people. Aw. And Mom is in the building, and we're gonna talk to Mom after the performance and see how she felt about it. So you planned this 2 months before,
Yeah.
and
But I ain't finished it. Like I started it 2 months before. I didn't finish it till like 2 weeks before.
okay. And then how did you present it to her?
I put it on YouTube before I show anybody. I just put it on YouTube randomly, and then like on Mother's Day, I performed it to her.
Okay, so do me a favor. You know, Maurice, who doesn't know anything about social media, you put your own stuff up on YouTube. Help him out some, okay? Get with him. He might have a social media intern
I'm
or
gonna
something
help you
for
out with
you.
that.
Like help him. He don't know how to Facebook, YouTube,
Twitter,
nothing.
Instagram.
And I'm only talking mess because I hired somebody to do that for me. I don't know nothing about that either. I don't even know if is MySpace.
I know
still
just
around?
a little bit, but
I
oh
was
my
never on
goodness.
I had a hot
I was
MySpace
never on
profile
MySpace.
though. Like, let me tell you, y'all don't know my MySpace, boy.
Let me guess, you still have an AOL email.
No, not yet. I got rid of that. I finally got rid of it. I finally got rid of the AOL email address. I'm a little more current than
Okay,
that.
all
But
right.
yeah, MySpace, shoot, you couldn't tell me nothing. I did a photo shoot for my MySpace profile. I was like, ching, ching. Right.
Are we gonna see that?
Never.
Is it?
Never,
okay.
ever. So are you in the studio? You do your own, like, how do you?
My first couple songs, I was in the studio for $20 a song.
Okay.
It's somewhere in Maryland.
Okay. So you told me, I think earlier when we talked, that you can do everything from home or
Yeah,
from.
I go to my uncle's house.
Okay.
And
Same uncle that forced you to do this from the
yeah, I
beginning.
go to
right?
my uncle's house, and he has a friend who just has all the studio equipment. And he just record in the house.
Now, is your uncle in the music
Yeah,
industry?
my uncle been rapping for before I was born.
Okay.
So is he gonna get some royalties when you blow up?
Of course.
Oh, all right. All right.
That's
So we'll
a good answer.
gotta take care of Unc.
He's the one.
Absolutely.
He the one that started it, right? Like he
Oh,
made
might
you
as
do it. So okay, well, people, listen. We're gonna go to a break. We're gonna come back, and we're gonna hear this young man's song.
I am excited.
He's gonna do it right here in studio. He's gonna perform it for his mom, who's also in studio. And then we'll talk to Mom after. It's 36 Nation Radio. We'll be right back.
Come on, hustle. Get your head in the game. Come on.
Are you setting the right example for your kids?
Are you even trying? The ball's down there. What are you doing? You need to get some confidence.
Come on, hustle up, get up there.
Reviewing last year, ad revenue has declined 15%.
Come on, get your head on straight.
Before your child's next game, ask yourself, how would you like it if they copied your behavior?
There are many ways which we can improve.
That's for sure. You need to get some confidence.
Positive Coaching Alliance has valuable tips and tools to help our kids perform their best while keeping sports enjoyable for everyone. Their development zone is a great resource for parents like us. Positive Coaching Alliance, creating better athletes, better people. Learn more at positivecoach.org/Fox Sports.
36 Nation concert series gives you Tyree Taylor.
This more than rap, so this song just like a poem for you. I clear the rain and try to take away the storm for you. Even if you satisfied, I still do some more for you. Just letting you know that your son still has some love for you. It's more than rap, so this song just like a poem for you. I clear the rain and try to take away the storm for you. Even if you satisfied, I still do some more for you. Just letting you know that your son still has some love for you. I'm sorry, mama, for everything I done put you through. Sometimes I lose my mind and I just don't know what to do. Yeah, we have our ups and downs, but we still push it through. I'm letting you know that I'm so thankful for you. I know I'm hard-headed at times, it could be difficult. I'm sorry for all the stress putting you through different moves. Maybe if I had a dad, that would be different too. But that's on him, cause he missing out on me and you. I'm kinda heartless, but mama, you know I love you. And if I believe in God, no one would be above you. It's not Christmas or a wish, but you a miracle. Not good expressing myself, so I do it lyrical. So I hope you know these lyrics from the heart. You like my twin, you my best friend, you my whole heart. Don't know what love is, but I loved you from the start. Mama's boy, I used to wine when we apart. So this song just like a poem for you. I clear the rain and try to take away the storm for you. Even if you satisfied, I'll still do some more for you. Just letting you know that your son still has some love for you. It's more than rap, so this song just like a poem for you. I clear the rain and try to take away the storm for you. Even if you satisfied, I still do some more for you. Just letting you know that your son still has some love for you. It's more than rap, so this song just like a poem for you. I clear the rain and try to take away the storm for you. Even if you satisfied, I still do some more for you. Just letting you know that your son still has some love for you. This more than rap, so this song just like a poem for you. I clear the rain and try to take away the storm for you. Even if you satisfied, I still do some more for you. Just letting you know that your son still has some love for you.
Tyree Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That was awesome. Thank you so very much. We're going to be back with Mom right after this commercial break. 36 Nation Radio, be right back.
Sean Parker here. And whenever I want some good food in nice-sized portions, not bird-sized food, but big boy portions, I look no further than the Crystal City Sports Pub. Now, if you just stayed on the original first story of the restaurant, you'd be more than happy with the pool tables and the aforementioned good food. But then they went and added a grand second story with, check this out, 6 37-inch LCDs, 2 8-foot projection screen TVs, and a 10-foot projection screen TV, and as a cherry on top, a state-of-the-art sound. They're open 365 days a year, and they are waiting for you. The Crystal City Sports Pub, 529 23rd Street South in Arlington, Virginia. Call them at 703-521-8215 or visit them on the web at ccsportspub.com.
All right, 36 Nation Radio. We
Welcome
are back. We are joined now by Tyree's mother, Lolita Taylor. She's joining us. So you just got to see your son perform. I know you've heard it before because I saw you over there mouthing the words too, right? And you were like, yeah. But how did you feel? Like, I know it was a surprise, right? When he came
Right into the mic.
It really was.
So he performed it on Mother's Day, which happened to be your birthday.
Yeah,
so that was an incredible day for you.
Yes.
And what were your first thoughts?
When I first heard it, of course, I cried.
Yeah.
The words, lyrically, just hearing, being a mom, a single mom of a teenage boy in D.C.
Right.
You never think that they listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
But the words through the song actually let me know that he was listening to everything that I tell him.
Right.
Like being hard on him, everything. He was paying attention.
I mean, he called you his best friend.
Exactly.
Like,
I
I
know.
almost got a little choked up in here. I was like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
that's my friend.
I mean, that is amazing, especially nowadays how teenagers are. They don't even want to be around their mom and
Exactly.
they just whatever. And yours wrote a son. So your son wrote a song. I mean, hats off to mom. You're doing something
Absolutely.
right.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
now he talked about that, you know, he's sorry for what he put you through and all that kind of stuff. Talk a little bit about, you know, I mean, I can tell he's a good kid, but like, what are some of his best qualities?
He's very helpful, respectful.
Yeah,
Thank
he is
God
that.
about that.
Right.
But like how you said, growing up in DC, teenage boys tend to stray.
Right,
And if you don't have someone on your back,
right.
it can be worse.
Right. And now we know there's, you know, like Maurice is out there doing good
yeah.
stuff so they can link up. That's what
Exactly.
this show is all about. Is
Exactly.
like sometimes
Networking.
we're just putting people together because there's already, you know, positive things happening out there. We just need the information so we can move forward, you know. Go ahead, Sean.
So
I'm sorry.
when was the first time that you knew that your son had that talent?
Oh, like he said, in the showers. We'll come home from choir practice, like 10 years old, singing in the shower.
So he sings also.
Yeah, you can see.
Okay.
Music overall. I love music also.
Okay.
So he grew up around music.
Okay.
Just music.
So,
overall.
Mom, you sing?
Maybe in the shower.
Oh,
but-
okay. I was going to say, come on there, hit
I'm
us
not
with a
a
little
singer.
something.
No,
okay.
maybe in the shower.
So you mentioned that you love music as well. What are some of your musical influences?
Well, I'm old school. I'm a 70s baby. The new rap, I have to ask Tyree, like, who is this artist? What's
Right.
going on here today? I like all music.
Right.
Country rap, I just love music.
See, country too. Let me tell you, that's
There's
right.
nothing
People
wrong
be
with
sleeping
good
on country.
country
I'm telling
songs.
y'all,
Yeah, no, I love
Nashville.
music.
You need to watch the TV show Nashville.
Nashville.
Don't sleep on it. It is amazing. And the
I can
music, I have you download country music off of iTunes in the morning. I'm telling you. Like,
Okay.
There's a rumor I may or may not have the Charlie Daniels band on my phone. Maybe.
yeah.
I probably do.
Maybe could be.
Yeah,
you know, you got it.
possibly.
Let me borrow that. Okay, all right. So talk about the punishment. So this all started with him not going to. Do you remember that moment?
What did he
Yeah.
do?
Okay, maybe he was acting up in school, the grades. I'm big on school.
Okay.
So I sent him to my brother's house. Like, look, like, clearly the father figure in his life, my brother.
Right.
So I'm like, Tyree's acting up. He was like, oh, send him. I have him. A punishment. Like
He
he
was
said,
like,
he
I
can't
got
go
it,
to
I
my
got it.
nephew's basketball game. He made him right. It was like an apology to me
Okay.
for acting up
Okay.
and being disrespectful.
Okay.
So that's how that came about. You writing the same thing like in school. I will not do this
Right.
100 times on a chalkboard.
Right.
He had to write that.
Okay.
So that's
And
how
that's
that
where it came
about.
from.
Black
From
Bart
writing.
Simpson.
Yeah, I know.
That's how that came about.
That's so funny. So I had I went to Catholic school, and a nun told me that I had to write. I don't know.
That
To say
explains
I
a
would
lot.
do. It does. Catholic school. Anyway, we're live, Monica. Anyway, so I had to write these sentences. Well, I asked her, could I type them? She's like a big dummy. She said yes, and so I just cut and paste 250 times and ran it off my dot matrix printer, right? and she caught on to it, and then I had to stay for detention and whatever. But I remember back in the day, that's what we had to do.
Yeah.
That was initiative right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was already ahead of the game. I was like, I ain't got time to be doing it. Let me think how I can do this. Oh, cut, paste, print.
Work smarter, not harder.
Right.
Exactly. So, all right. So now, is he talking about going to studio? Like, are you supporting this, like his musical career 100%? Because let's be real. Every single young person out here wants to be
a rapper.
They wants to be a rapper. So talk to me about what kind of conversations you're having with him around that. Are you completely down with this, or
I'm down with it, but like I tell Tyrese, school is big for me first, so you have to do that.
right?
And I mean, it's a priority to him, but like I tell him, it's not mine. School, education is
Right,
first. So
right.
follow your dream. I'm not shattering your dream,
Right.
none of that. But just have a background.
Use
Yeah.
school to incorporate
Yeah,
the dream.
yeah.
I mean, go to school, get that education, so
Exactly.
that those lyrics can be even thicker.
That's right.
Exactly.
If you take an
That's it.
English class and you're
Yeah.
working on your vocabulary,
Drop some Socrates
right?
and some
and then
isosceles triangles in the lyrics, in those bars.
tornado. in
Yeah,
the
and
head.
his tornado. Yeah.
But even that was like, he really is lyrical, and I
is.
think that you would find that even when you have conversation with him. I talked to a lot of young people in the business that I'm in, and he was very comfortable behind the microphone. You have to be extremely proud. So hats off to you. Again, what we're talking about is here's a mom in DC, single mom, got a young kid. He's doing good stuff. And so this is what it's really about. Not everything that you hear on the news all the time. Like Worry said, they highlight that stuff, and we want to highlight this. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you for
us.
having us.
We appreciate you very much.
This is how
And,
you make America great again.
talk about it.
Thank
Don't
you.
get me started talking about that fool. Anyway, 36 Nation Radio. Are we out of time? We're done?
We're just
How
about
does this
done.
even happen? I was just getting warmed up.
You
We're
know what?
gonna buy another hour.
we
We'll be right
need
back.
to.
No, we ain't there. We out of here. Right, this
Thank
studio.
you.
No, Jeremy ain't gonna get me for no more money. 36 Nation Radio. I'm Monica D. Livingston, and
Sean William Parker, main event voice.
we'll see you next Thursday. Peace and hair grease.
Deuces.